Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. We're going to get back into more foodie beauty content. Now, before we get into the video, I want to quickly mention to the new people who subscribed recently, I do have a video that is appearing right now with clouds and a bunch of names and stuff like that. Basically, anyone who is a subscriber can be added to the clouds, as long as you let me know down below in the comments. Sometimes I will update it, usually once a week for public subscribers, but sometimes your name will not appear, even if you do subscribe to me. So I do need you guys to let me know down below, just in case if I haven't added you, or if you would like to be added, just say, hey, can you please add me, and I'll definitely add it to a list, and I'll update it within a week or so. That being said, let's get into the video and see what Foodie is up to, shall we?
Well, hello guys. You might hear cat crunching in the background because my cat decided to mukbang with me. Alright, I have some sushi today, so let's unpack this bag.
Or we could just skip it.
Alright, so we have rock shrimp maki, which is like tempura shrimp, and spicy crispy volcano crab.
Surprisingly enough, the food actually looks pretty good this time. Like, half the stuff that she buys and eats, I would not even put in my mouth. Not even close to my mouth.
And you get these extra little bits on it. Okay, wait. Also, it comes with edamame, an extra Kyoto sauce. I don't know what that means.
I have tried a couple of variations before of that specific sauce. Like, I've had ones with garlic and like ginger, and they're really good. Like, any type of fish meal, but especially sushi, it just hits different.
But anyway. And a soy sauce. Usually you have to pay for those extra. So you guys are gonna like think I'm weird, but I have my own soy sauce, so
I was thinking about this going like, how would Foodie ruin this meal? And the soy sauce is going to be it. Like, she's going to drown it in sodium.
I was going to put my own soy sauce in this perfume spray bottle from Salah's Business and spray it on my sushi. But now I don't have to. Yay!
Probably a breaking point for Beck.
Where's my chopsticks that I don't know how to use? This is going to be a disgrace.
I would also assume it's going to be pretty entertaining.
My goodness. How do you use these? Like this?
Mate, she hasn't even started eating yet, and her clothes are covered in crap.
I guess. Okay, actually, first let's put these crispy bits on it. These tempura bits. For some extra crunch. Now, what I like about this type of sushi is it doesn't have the nori seaweed. It doesn't have like the green, fishy, gross stuff. Sorry, I don't like seaweed, so...
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised at that, because I thought Foodie would like eating nori. That's like right up her alley, because that's the type of food she enjoys eating.
Bismillah, beauty bite. Usually they charge like 300 fills for soy sauce. Maybe they stopped doing that.
Yeah, we all know that's going to be the first Passover, because Foodie never does anything in moderation. That being said, I am interested in finding out which soy sauce it is, because depending on which one, she might be committing a sin against her religion, because soy sauce does have alcohol in it. And I'm pretty sure you can get ones that are non-alcoholic, but again, like, it's Foodie. Knowing Foodie, she doesn't really care all that much. If she can get away with it, she's gonna do it.
And the spicy mayo sauce. I think it's spicy mayo and teriyaki. Beauty bite. And I did try it, so I'm able to say that. I'm not one of those people, like, I hate when people are like, I don't like it, but they've never tried it. Like, how do you know?
Kind of like you in therapy, like, you never gave it an honest go, and yet you say it's not for you. Maybe you should try it and see. Maybe it might work on some of your issues. Probably an etiquette course as well.
I was watching things today. Listening to things while I was doing the dishes, because I decided that I was going to make myself a quick Alfredo before fasting time. So I had a bunch of dishes. Anyway,
yeah, no, straight up, she doesn't even finish a sentence. She goes from one thing to another. She got distracted by food and ended the conversation mid-sentence.
I'm going to take my time talking about this. As a YouTuber, one of the biggest challenges I find for me personally is learning how to deal with a particular situation you really wouldn't normally have to do in real life.
Putting actual work into your job?
You do have to, but it's on a grander scale when you're in the public eye. And that is the opinions of other people in general. You have to deal with people in life unless you're a complete shut-in, okay?
Which basically is Foodie and Amber's life. Like, apart from the comment section and the occasional live stream, the two of them don't really do much other than staying home. And when they do go out, it's really ever for food, and they're only interacting with the person that drives them to the place to get food. So it's either, you know, Foodie's husband or Amber's partner / mother.
And I understand people who are, honestly. But when you're in social media, you feel like you're walking on eggshells with the public, with your audience.
Maybe it's got something to do with the fact that you're a shitty person. Not just a YouTuber, but just a shitty person in general.
Because you don't want to offend anyone. You don't want to get canceled.
You danced to a song about school shootings after a school shooting had just happened and 21 people had died. What do you mean walking around on eggshells? Like, that isn't something someone would do. You actively talk shit about someone who was a victim of abuse and then said that their abuse was nothing like yours because yours was real.
You want to stop people from talking about things.
Then don't have a YouTube channel, which is public, on the internet, which is a public space, and talk about your private life to millions of people. Well, thousands of people.
About you in a negative way. You have all these concerns that you didn't really have to worry about before. So one of the biggest things I've learned...
I swear, if she breaks a word out like humble or something, I'm gonna lose it.
And I'm talking about this now. I mean, I've come to similar realizations before, and then I forget them. But I have to keep reminding myself of this, in particular. And you can laugh at me all you want coming to these realizations, these epiphanies. At least I'm trying to, you know, reflect on my character.
Yeah, I hate to break to you, mate, but if you have to self-reflect on the same traits over and over again, you're not becoming a better person. You're essentially a child being yelled at by a parent telling you not to do the same thing over and over again.
So that I can better myself in the future. You have to remember that the best way, the most effective way, and quickest way to lose yourself is to try to please everyone.
Foodie, don't even. You can't even please your own man. That's why he's cheated on you 3 times.
Made to please everyone in life. It's impossible. Yet we worry about others not liking us, not liking our opinion, not liking what we say. Humans are control freaks. We try to control how others see us through gaining their approval.
Yeah, that's not how people act, that's how manipulators act, because good people don't need to control others' perception of them. Their actions alone will prove that they are good.
Sometimes I've noticed when I have a strong opinion on something, politics, certain people, usually I'm pretty bold and sometimes not very nice in the way I voice myself.
It isn't about being assertive or bold. What it is you being extremely condescending and rude when you say things, and you actively call other people ignorant while you yourself have zero nuance to a conversation and expect people just to blindly agree with you. That in itself is ignorant. You have no idea how nuance works, especially when it comes to the idea of social issues or political issues. So if you can't have nuance, stay out of the conversation, because you, of all people, are not the type of person to have a talk about politics.
I notice I'll lose some people, but you know what? That's normal, because you can't please everybody.
You also forget that you're not a political YouTuber. Like, your job is to eat on camera and talk to people. Like, that is essentially what you do. So bringing politics into a conversation when people are just wanting to be entertained is not going to go over well, especially when you're extremely condescending and rude.
So whenever you are who you really are, express your opinions. I agree, I need to find a healthier way to express myself instead of anger.
Also, try to stand behind your words, because it's incredibly pathetic that you try to stand on business, say that you're going to be who you authentically are, but then you run away when you get the slightest bit of criticism.
But whenever you do that, you lose people who didn't like you for you anyway. They liked you because you had the same opinion as them, and the minute you don't, bye.
You do have a point, but that's not the reason why many people stop following you, like, not even close. You also forget that you're not owed support. Like, people choose to support you because they want to, not because they have to. I mean, besides the ones that are bought, like they kind of subscribe to you for that reason. But I mean, most of them are bots or fake accounts anyway, so it's not like she's going to get actively hundreds of thousands of views.
Or the minute you don't agree with them, you refuse to bow down to the masses. It should not be taken personal. Sorry, somebody just missed.
That's where mutual understanding and respect comes into play. Like, two people should be able to have a conversation without having to fight over who's more right. And if you're willing to just fight over a political issue to see who's more right, both of you are wrong because you're doing it for the wrong reason. Like, the entire reason we have a political or social debate is because we want to find a common ground that can work for both sides, or the majority of both sides. It isn't about a dick measuring contest to see who's more right.
I have my opinion, you have yours. Actually, thousands of people have very outward, not nice opinions about me.
And I wonder why that would be.
But when I have one, it's micro-examined, it's twisted, maybe out of context. So I refuse to give a crap anymore.
I hate to break to you, my dude, but saying that you don't give a crap while making an entire video about it is probably not the best way to go about it.
If any of y'all dislike me for an opinion, that's really not my problem.
No, me personally, I don't like you because you're an animal abuser and neglector. Like, I don't like that. I also don't like the fact that you were shit-talking a victim of abuse and then were calling them a clout chaser. Meanwhile, you were only a few days later asking for sponsorships for you to do your job.
Seriously, you can't please everyone. But we try to. Sometimes, a lot of the time. Even in this video, I'm sure, you know, when you're editing, you cut things out like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I mean, yeah, I do that, but it's mostly because it's too harsh and I use too many cuss words, so I'm like, alright, YouTube's not gonna like that, I'm probably gonna get my channel deleted. Let's take that out.
If you're confused, there's a rumor that my husband lives in 2 apartments.
I mean, at this point, it's probably not even a rumor, we just have to wait for the confirmation. But even so, he's cheated on you 3 confirmed times. 3. And I say confirmed times because we don't know how many times he has actually cheated on you. Because it's not just 3, there is definitely more. We just haven't found out about him yet.
I need a different apartment for me. And I'm just left here all by my lonesome. Anyway. I'm sure I'm starting to bore you, so... Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Alrighty guys, it's come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully get to see all you lovely people in the next video. Bye bye.